On to the big political story. Well, the most interesting by-elections in recent times, which will see four-turn friends Lalu and Nitish Yadav, who join hands to take on the might of Modi on their home turf. Prestige is at stake for both the BJP-led NDA and the newly formed Grand Secular Alliance of the JDU, the RJD and the Congress in Bihar. While bypolls to 10 assembly seats in Bihar will establish whether Prime Minister Narendra Modi's magic is still working in the state or that of Lalu Prasad and Nitish Kumar, who have claimed a winning formula in allying. The bypoll, which is the first major political event after the general elections, will also determine which way the wind is blowing in the state before next year's assembly elections. It will also test whether the experiment of reunion of anti-BJP forces has been of any success in stopping the BJP juggernaut. The by-elections are being held in 10 seats across Bihar today. There will be some 26 lakh electors who will seal the fate of 94 candidates, including 5 women who are in the fray.
देखिए महत्वपूर्ण थे ही, और विशेष करके जब से लालू प्रसाद यादव, नीतीश कुमार और कांग्रेस का गठबंधन हुआ है और जिस तरह से इन लोगों ने इस चुनाव को अपने गठबंधन का एक लिटमस टेस्ट बना दिया है, स्वयं क्योंकि चुनाव बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो गया है। और यहाँ भी रामविलास पासवान जी, उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी की पार्टी और बीजेपी पूरी मजबूती के साथ हम लोग इस चुनाव को लड़ रहे हैं। और पिछले 15 दिनों में जो मैंने सभी जगहों का दौरा किया है, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो परिणाम लोकसभा चुनाव के अंदर आए थे उसी प्रकार का मिलता जुलता परिणाम और इस उपचुनाव का भी आएगा।
All right, so the BJP, they're claiming it's hopeful of winning all 10 seats, a high-stakes by-election in Bihar today, and will test the strength of this new alliance, this anti-Modi force that has come together. Lalu Prasad Yadav, Nitish Kumar and of course Congress joining hands to take on the BJP Paswan combined in the state of Bihar. It comes as the first big political event in the state after general elections, in which BJP registered massive gains and there was a setback for all the regional satraps. Now it remains to be seen what really does the coming together of Lalu and Nitish bring to the table. Rohit Singh, in fact, is joining us this morning from Hajipur, where by-elections are taking place. This is as high stakes as it gets for all the leaders there, but particularly for Lalu and Nitish Kumar, who have joined hands. They have fought each other for almost 20 years, and it was, in fact, Narendra Modi who was the factor to bring them together. It is going to test this alliance today.
Well, absolutely. Nitish Kumar and Lalu Prasad joined hands out of compulsion because they were completely decimated in these general elections, with JDU reduced to 2 seats and RJD to 4. And this is in Hajipur, where they for the first time in 23 years, they shared the dais, they addressed a joint rally coming together, announcing the Grand Alliance. And we are right now in Hajipur and voting is taking place, but the voting percentage right now is very low. It is only 8%. But let me tell you one thing, that the results of these elections will have not much impact on the health of the Bihar government or the assembly, but obviously the results are an indication which way the wind is blowing, because it's a crucial alliance that has been formed with Nitish and Lalu coming together, and it's a litmus test especially for Nitish Kumar, because after the poll drubbing, it was Nitish Kumar who was reduced to 2 seats. It was Nitish Kumar who was dislodged as the chief minister of the state, and it was the same man, Nitish Kumar, who had to go back to Lalu Prasad Yadav, against whom he has been fighting for last 20 years against his Jungle Raj. So he had to make the first move to go towards Lalu Prasad Yadav. So it is the stakes are really very high for Nitish Kumar as compared to Lalu in this case. So the crucial elections are taking place right now, and on 25th we will come to know whether Narendra Modi wave is still going on in the state, or whether the Grand Alliance has taken on Narendra Modi or the BJP in the state strongly.
Rohit Singh, thank you for joining us from Hajipur and getting us a sense of what this by-election means for all the stakeholders in Bihar.